Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I want to talk about what I think you need to do before you do paid ads. The biggest mistake I see with artists and bands with marketing and branding is jumping into paid ads before you've even built a foundation or know who you are, because the people who are clicking through to your profile from those paid ads, if you don't know who you are, then they're not going to know who you are and you're just not going to get the most out of it. So, before I start very quickly, I do make videos regularly on branding, social media marketing, visuals, photo shoots, videos, that kind of thing aimed at independent musicians. So if that is helpful or useful to you, then please like and subscribe. Okay, let's dive right in. So I use the word branding a lot, but I actually don't love that word because I think there's like this connotation now of like building a personal brand and it being a bit fake and commercial and just sort of selling all the time, which selling is fine, but selling in an icky kind of commercially way. So what I like to describe my work as is creating a visual world or a visual universe, which is solely for the artist and the band. It's basically getting their authentic selves out into the world and creating their own world for their fans to connect with them on a further level, and for them to fully enjoy what they're doing in their true selves as well. So I'm going to give you some steps, share how I create a visual world for an artist, and then obviously if you guys are doing this for yourselves, then hopefully it'll give you some structure and direction as well. First of all, I absolutely quiz the artist in detail. So this is to find out, one, just their personality, their values, what audience they perceive as theirs, what style of music they make, their influences, and as well to find out any specific unique little quirks, like maybe they're not comfortable in front of a camera, or they really don't want to share anything political, or maybe they want to keep their identity hidden, things like that. Just anything that's underlying that they kind of feel like, oh, well, I have to do this because that's what I have to do to make it. No, we find out all those little things and we work that into the visual world, into the brand. So if you're doing this yourselves, then you need to quiz yourselves. So just get super self-aware, do the inner work, discuss it if you're in a band, figure out how you work, what you're about, individual personality traits, anything that makes you unique. Don't brush anything under the carpet. The whole point of this is to bring it out and to embrace your unique selves. Everyone's individual, everyone's flawed, and it's about just playing on those things and getting super, super comfortable with them, because the more comfortable and excited you are, the more comfortable and excited your fans will be. So yeah, step one, figure out who you are, get super self-aware, do the inner work. And I read lots of notes too. Okay, so the next step of the visual world is creating a visual identity. So this is the logo, color palette, font palette, aesthetic, and also putting those things within the online presence. So building the online presence, making sure profile pictures and headers are consistent across social media. So if you are able to do that, then by all means do it. The only thing that I would recommend investing in, if you're only going to invest in one thing ever, is a logo, because I think just going to a professional for that is going to just save you so much time and blur over the years. But if you bodge that, then it's going to look super unprofessional. Even if you went to a student designer, that's fine. Just someone who can design from scratch for you and provide you with all the final files that you will need in different formats, just so nothing's blurry and all that kind of shebang. So you don't have to like spend thousands on a logo, but yeah, just make sure someone professional is doing it. Even if that professional is a trainee professional, it's still someone who is going to do that work properly for you. If you bodge that, it's like, yeah, I think it'll bite you in the ass later on. So next step of the visual world is imagery and video. So this could be a music video or little promo videos. Obviously photo shoots are big here. In the imagery stage. So it's taking that aesthetic and it's then building from it. So the aesthetic is a guide and something that you work from going forward, but that aesthetic board and that visual identity will always be built on and developed. So colours and aesthetic, I think, predominantly would be developed as your music evolves. So you take the aesthetic and then you build on that to get photo shoots. I would do practice shoots, I would do professional shoots. I would have a big experiment in this area. Even if you're doing it super DIY with an iPhone, that's fine. I'm about to record a video about iPhone tips, like tips for iPhone photography, so that might be helpful to you. Yeah, it's basically about defining your aesthetic and bringing that out in photo shoots in creative ways that are you. So this is basically adding another dimension of your world from the aesthetic. So the visual identity step 2 is very much your online presence. It's your flat 2D identity. This is now bringing it into the 3D, and it's bringing it to life. So the next stage is bringing it to life even more, and what I like to call 4D. So stage 2 is 2D, we've got 3D, and now it's 4D. It's your staging, it's your gigs, it's creating an experience for your fans, it's not just stage design. It's about creating that overall experience. It's about, it's kind of hard to be general here because everyone's so individual, but it's how can you bring that core stuff that you figured out in step 1 into an experience for your fans that they will never forget, that they will make sure they go to every gig or event from now on, and that they will tell their friends about it and tell them to go to. It's about having elaborate stage design, background dancers maybe, a mascot, a goodie bag, anything. Again, it's hard to be general here, but just try to think outside the box, and it's not just you guys playing live. That is one element of it. That's the musical element, which is obviously going to be amazing, and that is what they're going for, but it's adding to that. It's adding value. All this stuff is about adding value other than the music and just getting people into your world. It's creating your world and getting other people into it too. Okay, step 5 of your visual world, social media campaign. So this is then another stage further. So you've created the world, the experience, and this is almost the ongoing stuff. So the content, the insights into your daily life. This is real-time stuff that will connect people with you. And so if step 4 is your gig, your live event experience, this is now your online experience. It's creating an experience for them, a community, getting them interacting, getting them having fun. The idea is for you to enjoy yourselves as well and that to come through. It's about doing a campaign that ticks all the boxes that you've found out in step 1. And again, just thinking outside the box. Don't just post an image with a song out now. Build up to it. Let people in slowly, give them extra value. How can you give them extra value through content, through a campaign? It will probably involve a photo shoot, it will probably involve caption writing, but then build on that. What kind of competitions can you do? What kind of regular series can you create for your socials that people can then know to expect and come back every week for a new episode or a new part of the series? Yeah, and again, it's so hard to be general because the list here is endless, and it's just about doing something unique that ticks all your boxes. That is the whole point. That is what is going to make you stand out from everyone else, and that is what makes people go from mediocre pop successful artists to like the icons. The icons are so them, and they bring that out through everything they do. And I think a lot of people can even go even further than they do. So yeah, that's just me. Think big, and I hope this helps. And make sure you do all this before your paid ads, because if you have all this, people who click through to your profile are not going to leave again, because they are then part of this world, and no one is going to want to leave that because you know exactly who you are and what you're doing. You're loving it, and that is infectious. So just make sure you do that groundwork before paying for ads, and then you're going to see much better results, more return from those ads. So yeah, I hope it was helpful and exciting and inspiring. Good luck, bye!